or not, to be honest with you. So you guys, if you're out there, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're there. And I had a question on the, let's see, the 3620 versus the 4820. What's the difference? So let's start that out. We're looking here. This is the 3620. So 3620 is a little bit bigger. This is I think this is a 4850. This is a 15 series right here. So this is the next size up is the 20 series. So in this 20 series, you have the 3620, you have the 4820, and then a 5520. The 5520 is a turbo model. So the 4820 and the 3620 have basically the same size block of engine. It's tuned down to, this one's a 35 horsepower engine, and the 4820 is a 48 horsepower engine. So we're going to walk around these two tractors and see what the difference is, if there's a difference, and if there's not a difference, why would you buy one over the other? This one does have the optional third function on the front, but that can be added onto the 4820. So we're not going to count that in our walk around. So this is 3620. The lift capacities on the loader are exactly the same. The lift capacities on the rear ends are exactly the same. The tire sizes are exactly the same. The hydraulic flow rates are exactly the same. Fuel tanks are exactly the same. So you're noticing trend here, they're exactly the same. This particular unit is a shuttle shift. You can also get this in hydrostatic on both the 3620 and the 4820. So that's, again, exactly the same. And all the amenities are the same as far as like the cup holders and how everything is set up. They're all the same. We'll go ahead into the back and look at the rear end. Both of them have telescoping three-point hitch arms. Both of them do not come with, it's add-on to have rear remotes. This particular model does not standard with rear remotes. They're really easy to add, though, I will say that. And they're not, the kits are not that expensive. If you're going to buy one and you want rear remotes, I would just go say, hey, dealer, I want this tractor, but I want rear remotes added. And just have them put it in, because they do it every day. They do this every day. It's not hard to do it. You can do it yourself, but I'm saying, just when you buy it, just get it all at once, be done with it. So again, everything is exactly the same. So I'm going to tell you up front, I have been over here walking around this is 3620, and this is a shuttle shift, and so is the 4820 over here. We'll go to the 4820 just for you guys to verify that these are the same size tires, same size loader, same capacity lift, same. All right, same hydraulic pumps. And yeah, a lot of people say, yeah, hydrostatic is a way to go. And there are some exceptions. Like if you're going to do a lot of open field mowing, I think if I was going to do like acres and acres of hay stuff, I would probably go with a shuttle shift if that was the primary use of that tractor. But if you want a good utility tractor to do multiple things, I love hydrostat. Love it. So anyway, so right there is the 4820. Got sidetracked with that comment, guys. Sorry. One track mind. Y'all work with me. Give me a thumbs up too if you wouldn't mind, because I'm wanting to get this YouTube algorithm to send this out. I hope the guy that originally asked the question and what a difference between a 4820 and a 3620 are, I hope he's there. You can always come back and watch it, but if you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up. So here is again the 4820. Like I said, tires are exactly the same. The lift capacities are the same. The amenities are the same. Everything's exactly the same. Telescoping rear, three-point hitch arms. No rear remote standard. It's an add-on option. Again, nothing's different. So here is what's the difference. The 48 horsepower engine versus a 36 horsepower engine. Now the 36 horsepower engine is, or 3620 has a 35 horsepower engine. The 4820 has a 48 horsepower engine. The tractor's frame size, everything is totally different. This tractor doesn't count. This, wish they were together side by side. It'd be awesome, but they're not. Anyway, the tractors are exactly bolt for bolt the same. This engine is detuned to 35 horsepower. I think it has smaller injectors, maybe a different cam in it, but it's the same engine block. It's just a little bit less horsepower. This engine is tuned a little higher. It's got a different cam in it, maybe different injectors, and it's got the 48 horsepower. And where that's going to matter, like pushing, pulling, backhoe operation, it will not matter whatsoever. But where it's going to become an issue is when you add an implement on the back that requires PTO. So if you are going to be pushing, pulling, doesn't matter. If you go put a 6-foot tiller on the back of this tractor, it's going to struggle. You put a 6-foot tiller on the back of this tractor, it's probably going to do pretty good with it. That's where you're going to get into, like if you're doing any kind of haying equipment, that extra horsepower is going to be very valuable, because, you know, 5 or 6 extra horsepower, I think it's 7 horsepower difference between them. Y'all do the math. I'm doing a camera behind the camera and I can't do that. But anyway, there's that much, there's horsepower difference between them. And that's what's going to play a big role. Now here's the question. This tractor here is it's less than $2,000 less than the 48 horsepower. Both have the same warranties, both have the same capacities, but this one is about $1,500 to $2,000 less. Depending on where you're at, it's a lot of variables. So keep that in mind when you're making that choice. You may save $2,000 on this one, but you are going to not be able to use the same PTO implements that you can with a 4820. If you're only pushing, pulling, using backhoes, or using box blades, ground engagement tools, I don't think you'll ever notice the difference between the two tractors as far as pulling or pushing or backhoe operation. But if you are going to start using flail mowers, big heavy flail mowers that are, 72-inch flail mowers, bigger stuff, then you're going to really need that extra horsepower. So I hope that helps. And I was trying to read some of the questions as this went by. I'm doing this on my phone today, and yeah, it's not as easy as it is on the computer. And again, I don't think I even mentioned on this because I had some technical difficulties earlier, but I'm at the SR1 open house in Turner, Maine. So if you guys want to see all these tractors side by side, this is a beautiful thing. If you're in the market for a tractor, come down here this weekend, because it's one of the few places you'll be able to sit on tractors side by side and feel and touch the differences. Looking at it on paper is one thing, but touching it and seeing it in person is totally different. So hope that helps. Okay, so I got that question answered, and I keep saying these. I'll come back and do another live later on. If you got another question, leave it in the comment section of this video after it goes off live, and say, hey, I want you to look at this other tractor, and I will compare whatever you're doing. I'm gonna be here all weekend doing live, so hopefully I help. All right, guys, appreciate you.